Howdy guys, it's Ethan again. Welcome to day 4. These past couple days have been hectic. The thing that's becoming more and more apparent to me is that Mondays are the day that I have to stay up late. Excuse me, but Tuesdays are the day when I actually feel the burden of sleep deprivation. I also wanted to address my first 2 videos are mostly of me, and these third and fourth videos are completely voiceovers of time lapses. I'm discovering it's quite an addictive video making tactic because you don't really have to pose or pick a specific location or time of day, and you can download a bunch of footage from the internet, and that's easy. But I don't want to keep doing that. I want to be able to sit in front of a camera comfortably by myself and talk. It's one of those skills I think people who are going to make videos need to develop. So this is not a permanent thing, but it is easier until I can get this whole thing back under my feet a little bit. I am still totally committed to making a video. And a blog post every day, by the way. I don't know if I've taken the time to mention that because, like I said, I've been getting all these ideas out of my head and trying to gain some structure from it. But I have a WordPress blog at runerevolution.com, so just like this YouTube channel. Mostly what I go over there is a little more in-depth on the same topics I cover here, as well as some additional stuff. Some of the stuff will be a little off, like I think so the blog post for today was a day ahead of the topic for the video. So if you guys want a little more insight or just more in depth, then that's where you'd go. I also wanted to mention I'm not oblivious to the Camtasia watermark that's been appearing over my videos. It's there now, and it'll be there. It's been there for the past couple of videos. That'll go away soon. I'm getting an official license, so you won't have to deal with that anymore. It bothers me as much as it bothers you, I'm sure. But today I wanted to talk to you about meditation. I used to think it was a bunch of crap, but then I tried it, and it turned out to be quite far from the truth. The way I learned meditation, other than by practice, which I still believe is the best method, but the way you get the basics down, the way I learned how to practice right, is from a book called Mindfulness in Plain English. I'll put a picture up and you guys can check it out. I'll put a link in the description. Very, very good book. It talks about the different styles of meditation. This book specifically focuses on one. I think it's called Vipassana. Vipassana. Yeah, Vipassana. But it's not religious. It's specifically focus-based, working on developing the individual mind. That's what I liked about it. I didn't want to do religious meditation, and this is strictly non-religious. It's none of that. You don't sit. You don't have to sit with your legs crossed in a weird position and hold your arm up, making peace signs and go, Om. That's just not. Most people get that wrong. There is a point to that. You can do that if you want, but that isn't how most people do it, and that's not what beginners do. Honestly, I'm not one to stick with something if I don't see results. That's benefited me and it's hurt me in one way or another, but it works. The point of meditation, to my understanding, is that you just sit still. Most people in this day and age, since we're constantly absorbing and creating information, can barely sit still for 5 minutes. Now, over time, you'll get to practice more and you'll be able to sit for longer. You'll be able to take more of that sitting pain. You'll be able to deal with pins and needles, and the book discusses all of that, and I highly recommend it. Some great insights there. I haven't had any sort of surreal experiences with it. You don't wake up in another place or anything like that, but I notice how calm I am afterwards. You just feel, you don't feel the agitation of everyday life, or at least I didn't. For me, I do this on purpose. I create versions of myself in my head that I use to speak with myself in my head, and it gives me a chance to shut those all off and focus on just a simple process like breathing. And if I can do something like that, then I'm able to shut down all the higher level functions and just let my consciousness operate for a little bit. Then you feel more relaxed, you feel more ready, you can get rid of your anxiety. It's just a good way to sort of stop if you're going too fast. It's also a good way just to learn some things about yourself. I really thought I would be able to sit for a lot longer than I ended up being able to without opening my eyes and shifting, and it was a bit surprising. It's like trying to run after being out of shape. It's like trying to run after being out of shape for a while, and you suddenly notice, hey, I'm not as good at this as I thought I was. But it does help me to shut off those inner voices and get a calm, quiet moment. And that can be really valuable for someone like me who is constantly trying to absorb information, which I consider to be a good thing, but your strength can become your excess. So, Mindfulness in Plain English, check it out. Benefited me a bunch. Hope it can do the same for you. Put a link in the description below. Check out my blog at runerevolution.com. Feel free, comment, subscribe, like, do whatever you feel I've earned. Honestly, I'm here to create content for you guys, and give me whatever feedback you think I need to create content that's better for you. Okay, thank you guys. Day 4, out.